So always when you are wrong, there's not any, giving up.
Okay, from where must we do Bismillah read? Okay, so just a Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, a brief recap of the last verse. But in order to become a muqim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, nahmadu wa nusalli ala Rasul kareem. In order to become a muqim, you must stay in one place for 15 days or more. If you stay in two places for 15 days or more, like half the time here or half the time there, or quarter the time here, three-quarter the time there, then you will not be a muqim. You will still be a musafir. Like I told you, if you said you're going to Joburg, you're going to stay 7 days in Benoni or 10 days in Nigel or 10 in Joburg, then you will not be a you'll not be a muqim, you'll be musafir. Then the next part there, so see there, وإذا نوى المسافر أن يقيم بمكة وميناء. If the musafir intends he will stay in Makkah and Medina jointly 15 يوما, 15 days, لم يتم الصلاة, he will not make itmam, he will make qasr. It means he will read qasr namaz, you make half namaz, right? لأن اعتبار النية في موضعين, because the concept of niyat for two places يقتضي اعتبارها في مواضع. If you're going to say no, okay, two places you are staying 15 days and more, but it means you must consider 3 places. You say 4 places. It means if I leave here from PE and I'm going for a trip, I'm going to spend 3 days in Port Alfred, 3 days in Durban, 3 days in Joburg, 3 days there, 3 days there, 3 days. So that means I will not be a musafir at all, because all my place jointly equals more than 15 days or more. You understand what I'm saying? So, and obviously that goes on, that's impossible. Because safar normally you do spend in different places all the time, right? إلا إذا نوى أن يقيم بالليل في إحداهما فيصير مقيما بدخول. Interesting masla. They say, look here, if you're going to sleep in one place every night, even though you're going to go to the other place, then you can become a muqim. I'll give you a simple example to understand it. Somebody's coming from Joburg, right? So here we got P and we got Utenek, right? So they said, look here, I'm going to stay in Utenek. I'm going to sleep every night in Utenek. So I'll be staying 15 days or more. I'll be sleeping in Utenek, and the daytime I will be traveling to PE. So even though it's 2 different places, but you're sleeping in one place. So this shows you the actual place you consider the mabit. Mabit means where you're going to sleep. So even though your stay of 15 days or more is split between 2 separate places, but the nights are in one place. The nights are in one place. So we'll say you are a muqim. So like I told you, maybe you go, like if I go from here, maybe I'm going to go to Durban, and I want to spend 15 days and more in Durban and Ispingo Beach. Ispingo Beach is out of Durban, but every night I will sleep in Ispingo Beach. Like I'll even this example, like I told you, when we used to go to Madrasa, right? So Ispingo Beach is out of Durban, right? So we sometimes, like on a Friday, you go into town, you buy some stuff you need, you go to Durban town, but by the night time you're back. So there even though you're going out of Ispingo Beach, which is your watane iqamat, but that won't affect your iqamat. Why? Because you're not sleeping out of there. But yes, if I made the intention that I'm going to Ispingo Beach, which is my watan, but every Thursday night I'm going to sleep by my auntie's house. I'm going to sleep by my auntie's house because I'm not staying 15 full nights in Ispingo Beach. That's what I'm saying. But so this is interesting. If intention was that I will spend 15 days or more in Ispingo Beach, I will go in the daytime out, not suffer distance. That's a different masala. I will go to the next town, etc., etc. But I won't sleep there. By the night time, I'll be back. Then I'll still be a muqim, because al-i'tibaru al-mabit, the consideration is for the place where you sleep, right? But if I had this intention, I'm going there to Ispingo Beach, but every weekend or before 15 days out, I will spend the night in Durban, or I'll spend the night by my auntie's house out of Durban. Then I'll be musafir. If I'm not sleeping 15 days or more in one particular place, I'm not sleeping there. You understood that? So I'll give you another example just to understand. Somebody came from out of PE. So if they came out of PE and they're going to stay in Utenek for 15 days or more, and they're going to work in PE, will they be muqim or musafir? What will they be? To be muqim, because you're spending 15 days or more in one place, even though the daytime you're just going out, right? But if I came with the intention, look, I'm going to stay in Utenaik, but before 15 days out, every second week, I'll be sleeping one night in PE. Then I'll be a musafir, because I'm not spending 15 days or more in one place. I hope that is clear. So I'll give you another example just to explain this, since we're discussing the Hajj Masla. If a person, now you see, it is sunnat, it's a strong sunnat to sleep in Mina, to sleep in Muzdalifah, etc., right? So now, if you understood this Masla here, you'll understand. If a person went for Hajj, and if you were to add up the days of Mina and Hajj, and together that comes to 15 days or more, and every night he was going to return to Makkah, then he'll be a muqim, because he's not sleeping out of Makkah. But you follow the proper sunnah, you sleep in Mina, you sleep in Muzdalifah, and you sleep after that, and you don't have 15 full days in Makkah, then obviously you will be a musafir. But if your intention is, look, I got, say for instance, I got 11 days in Makkah, I got 11 days in Makkah, and then I got another 4 days of Mina, Arafah, Mina. But those days, I'm just going to go to Mina and come back. I'm going to go to Arafah, I'm going to come back. I'm going to go to Mina, I'm going to come back. But I will sleep in my hotel all the time because I'm lazy. I can't sleep in Mina. Or maybe I'm sick. That's a valid excuse. So that means those days will be included in your calculation. And if they add up to 15 days or more, then you will be a muqim, you won't be a musafir. You understood that? So the asal is for the mabit. See that? Illa idha nawa. Except that he intends yuqima bilayli, that you will spend the night fi ihdahuma, in one place, right? Fayasiru muqiman bidukhulihi. He will become a muqim by entering it, because now this is his main place of residence, that he's just hopping out for the day and coming back before nightfall, right? لأن إقامة المرء مضافة إلى مبيته, because the place of residence is attributed to where you will sleep, where you stay. So I ask you, for example, you in Utenaik and you work in PE, right? So I ask you, where do you live, sir? And you work in, you say, I live in PE because most of the time I'm working PE. No, even though you're sleeping a few hours, you say, I live in Utenaik. That's what I'm saying. So even maybe you work for 15 hours or 16 hours, you work a day, you spend in PE. But if I ask you, where do you live, Rashid Bhai? What will you say? You say, I'm most of the time in PE, but actually I live in Utenaik. So you're normally your domicilium or your house is attributed to the place you live. So if you are sleeping in one place for 15 days or more, even though you're hopping out during the daytime, we'll say that you are muqim in that place, right? So I hope that it's clear. I explained it to you several times. The next masla also very interesting masla. There's been a lot of people ask this question also. I did make reference to it. That when you miss a salat as a muqim, your qadha will be as a muqim whether you musafir or not. When you miss your salat as a musafir, then when you make qadha, whether you musafir or not, you make qadha as a safar. So some examples understand, you here in PE, right? You must do 3 salah, na'udhu billah, astaghfirullah. Then you went to Haramain Sharifain. Now you say, oh, there's a lot of time on my hands, I have to make qadha namaz. So the qadha namaz, you must back home when you are muqim, you will read full 4 rakats. You will say, nah, I'm a musafir now. So now the musafir namaz is half, so I'll make my qadha half. No, you will still make your full namaz, no discount, right? And on the contrary, you are traveling and you miss your salah. We're not supposed to miss our salah under any circumstances. Like we discussed, if you're in a place where you can't stand and read, sit and read. And if you or you can't face the qibla, face any direction, but read your salah. Don't miss your salah. So but whatever happened, maybe you miss your salah. If there's no water, make tayammum, read your salah. Don't miss your salah. So now you are back home. So you miss your namaz when you are musafir. So what you'll do is, when you're back home, even though you're muqim now, you will make a safar qadha. See there. وَمَنْ فَاتَتْهُ صَلَاةٌ فِي السَّفَرِ, whom the salat missed him while he was in safar, قَضَاهَا فِي الْحَضَرِ رَكْعَتَيْنِ, you will make qadha of it فِي الْحَضَرِ, when he's at home, رَكْعَتَيْنِ, 2 rakats, right? And the opposite, وَمَنْ فَاتَتْهُ فِي الْحَضَرِ, and whom the salat missed him فِي الْحَضَرِ while he's home, قَضَاهَا فِي السَّفَرِ أَرْبَعًا, when he's in safar, he's Makkah, Mukarramah or whatever, he will make full 4. Because right, لأن القضاء بحسب الأداء, Because qadha is exactly like how it came ada upon you. You are a muqim and you're supposed to make ada of it. So you do the qadha in the same manner, right? والمعتبر في ذلك إخراج الوقت. So here's interesting, Master. You, and we discussed this, you will look at that moment just before the time come out, what condition you were in. So we here they say in the Shara, when we say the time, the amount of time it takes to make wudu and to make takbir tahrima, which is about 4 minutes. So you look at the 4 minutes before the time come out, whatever your condition was in that time, that is how it will be. So I'll repeat. So maybe you are traveling, say simple example to understand this. Zohr is from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock, right? So from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock, you are almost musafir. You came home into PE just 4 minutes before 3 o'clock. 4 minutes before 3 o'clock, right? And you never read your Zohr namaz. Na'udhu billah in dhalik. You might have become qadha. So that last 4 minutes, you were a muqim. What were you? A muqim. So there you will have to read qadha full namaz. On the contrary, you are musafir. Sorry, you are in PE all the time. And just 4 minutes before the exit time, you left the Jawas of Imran Musrihi, you left your town. So you are musafir at that just before the exit time of the salah. So when you make qadha, you have to read 2 rakahs qadha. And this also, so you look at the last moment of the salah. This must also impact upon, the ladies when they have haid, etc. If a woman whole day she's najis, or for example, say Zohr also, Zohr time comes in 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, Asr time comes in. So she was nampak all the time. But just 4 minutes before 3 o'clock, she opened up and she saw her pad is clean. She saw her pad is clean. So she'll have to make that salah. So even though she never made the salah, she'll have to make qadha with the student. And on the contrary, I'll tell you, she was clean all the time. She was clean from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock, she was clean. But just 4 minutes before Zohr time finished, she took her pad out and she saw, hey, there's blood on you. I started bleeding. So we'll say now that salah is maaf for her. She don't have to make a qadha of it because you look at the last minute. That's what I'm saying. And on the contrary, also, I told you, if a woman maybe she fasted the whole day, but just 5 minutes before Azan, she took her pad out and she saw, hey, there's blood on you. Unfortunately, she'll have to make a qadha of that fast. Right, are you with me? So that's what they're saying there. I hope that's clear. لأن القضاء, right. والمعتبر في ذلك آخر الوقت. The thing that is considered here is the last time. لأنه هو المعتبر في السببية in عدم الأداء في الوقت. So normally, when you read the salah in the time, early in the time, then that sabab that is just before it, that time, that will be called the sabab, right? So you, like I said, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you read it at 2 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, whatever you are musafir at time, you read musafir namaz. You are muqim at time, you read muqim namaz. But they say, when you did not do the ibadat, you let the time lapse, and you look at the moment just before the time came out, and that will be your criterion. That will be your deciding factor whether you make safar namaz or hadar namaz. So when you're making the qadha, that moment just before the exit time will be the criteria of whether you make safar namaz or hadar namaz. So he's saying they see لأنه المعتبر يعني that آخر الوقت هو المعتبر, it will be considered بالسببية as being the sabab of wujub, right? In the adam al-adai, when you do not do it in the time, when you done out of time of qadha. So you look at it last time, right? Then here there's another famous ikhtilaf between the Hanafis and the Shafis. The Hanafis say if you go on a journey, like, you go, when we were small, they never used to have, in the whole part of the government, casinos were outlawed. So they used to have the casinos in the homelands. Like here from PE, the next homeland was here in Port Alfred outside. So they used to have Fish River Sun. You used to have the casino there. You couldn't gamble here. That was a good thing about the apartheid government. They never allowed nudity. They never allowed gambling and all that type of thing. So you traveling to go to Fish River Sun, you want to go gamble there. So according to Imam Shafi, they say you are doing a haram thing. You are going to disobey Allah Ta'ala. Why should there be any concessions for you? So even though you're covering the distance of qasr, you still have to read full namaz. The Hanafi madhab would say no, whether you are going for a halal journey or a permissible journey or a virtuous journey, or sorry, a haram journey. What is halal, virtuous, or haram? All, you will still make your qasr. See, والعاصي والمعطي في سفرهما في رخصة سواء. عاصي عصى يعصي فعصى آدم ربه فغوى. This, the disobedient one, the sinner. والمعطي, the one who's being obedient. في سفرهما, in their two journey. في رخصة, with regards to the permission of making qasr, سواء, they're the same. وقال الشافعي, Imam Shafi'i, سفر المعصية لا يفيد رخصته. The journey of disobedience لا يفيد رخصته. It does not give the benefit of رخصة, means of making qasr. لأنها ثبتت تخفيفا. See, look here, this qasr, to make your namaz from 4 to 2, ثبتت تخفيفا. It is established to make things easy for you. What? تخفيفا. فلا تتعلق بما يوجب التغليظ. So disobedience, it brings about punishment. So some things that brings about punishment in the akhirat, how can it create ease in the dunya? You understand what I'm saying? That's what he's saying there. فَلَا تَتَعَلَّقُوا. So the journey, sinful journey, right? فَلَا تَتَعَلَّقُوا بِمَا يُوجِبُ التَّغْلِيظ. So qasr will not be related or linked to something which makes something haram. You understood that? So taghlīz refers to punishment, right? We say walana itlaqun nusus. We say if you look at all the text that speaks about shortening your salah, there's no qualification that only when you are going for obedience you're allowed to make qasr. The text is general. The text is general. Walana itlaqun nusus. And also we say, look here, وَلِأَنَّ السَّفَرَ لَيْسَ بِمَعْصِيَةٍ. The journey itself is not a soulful journey. Yes, you're going to do something haram after that. You understand what I'm saying? So the traveling itself is not a sin. You understand? Yes, at the end of the journey, you're going to do something. Maybe you'll have a change of heart. Before you come there, you change your mind. You say, no, this is haram. I don't want to do it. So they say, وَلَا أَنَّ السَّفَرَ لَيْسَ بِمَعْصِيَةٍ. We say that the journey itself is not a sin. At the end, it will take, right? وَإِنَّمَا الْمَعْصِيَةُ مَا يَكُونُ بَعْدَهُ. That the ma'asiyah will take place after the journey. أو يجاوره. Or maybe if on the journey you are doing something wrong, that means the journey is still not wrong, but the thing that accompanies is wrong, right? So فصلح متعلق الرخصة. So it is fine. So فصلح متعلق الرخصة. So there's no problem that the rukhsat of making qasr is joined to the journey, because the journey is not the wrong thing. The journey is the medium, is a means to go there, but it's not the wrong thing. So either you're going to do it after the journey, or you're going to do it while the journey, but the journey itself is nothing wrong. Wallahu alam, Allah Ta'ala knows best. So if you look at this chapter here, the broader aspects of safar has been discussed. Inshallah, if you understood this well, you'll be able to unravel also the finer things. And as I said, there are more details, so there might be other scenarios that might crop up where you need to check the mutawalat. But as I said, it covers the basics. Allah Ta'ala accepted it from us. Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq to practice upon it. And Allah Ta'ala make it a sadaqatul jariyah for us, our parents, our marhumin. And inshallah, as I said, if we're still around next year, then we'll start with Ba'abul Jum'ati, the compulsion of Jum'ah, and the conditions that need to be found before you can do Jum'ah. You can't do Jum'ah anywhere, everywhere. It must be a city, and then upon who Jum'ah is compulsory, on whom it's not compulsory, on whom it has been waived, etc., etc. All of that next year, inshallah. Allah Ta'ala accept.